Today's first news is that as per Sport, FC Barcelona has implemented a new transfer policy, citing unnamed sources. When it comes to making big acquisitions, the Catalans have lagged behind a group of elite European teams. They also frequently cannot compete when it comes to acquiring young South American players, who frequently command prices in the area of $50 million. At the beginning of 2024, Manchester City signed Claudio Echeverri, but Paris Saint-Germain, their opponents in the Champions League quarterfinals, defeated them for midfielder Gabriel Mascardo of Corinthians. Mascardo would have been Sergio Busquets' ideal long-term successor because of his great regard throughout Brazil and the old continent. Head coach Xavi Hernandez is feeling the loss of the former Blaugrana captain a lot, and Oriol Romeu has had trouble living up to his name due to underwhelming performances that have damaged his confidence and aggravated knee niggles. Sport notes that Barca intends to make important transfers with a small group of players it considers structural and truly differential, meaning that the team still needs someone in the pivot position. Finding a player to play at the base of the midfield will take up a significant portion of the already tight budget. Joshua Kimmich of Bayern Munich may become available this summer. Xavi was hoping for the German before the current campaign began, but his club's financial problems forced them to settle with Romeu. But after a year, Kimmich has decided not to renew his contract with the Bavarians, which runs out in the middle of 2025. This is a result of their inability to find a head coach to succeed Thomas Tuchel after his resignation on June 30 and their unclear future plans for a sports project. Bayern may have to negotiate this summer in order to keep one of their best players from leaving for nothing after just 14 months, much like Alphonso Davies, who also becomes a free agency at the same time and is desired by Real Madrid. To put it briefly, Barca will only spend a lot of money on top players. It won't buy players who are nearing the end of their careers. Instead, it will gamble on young players like Mika Faye and Noah Darvic who can be acquired for a few $1 million. Today's second news is that Joao Felix is extremely open about his desire to stay at Barcelona after the current season every chance he gets. The Portuguese international, who signed a season-long loan agreement with the Catalans from Atletico Mardid, has excelled in his new surroundings. Despite occasional periods of inconsistency, the 24-year-old has shown resilience in key situations. In an interview conducted earlier this week, the attacker reaffirmed his intention to remain at Barcelona, saying, "We'll see what happens next year. My family is happy and I'm happy. I would like to stay, but it doesn't depend on me." Enrique Cerezo, the president of Atletico Mardid, has now made a significant intimation at a public appearance that Joao Felix will remain at Barcelona beyond this season. He is playing for Barcelona and it is normal that he wants to stay there. Barcelona want him and he wants to stay there, so everyone is happy, according to Cerezo, who was cited by Sport. Apart from that, they will be lucky because Barcelona are keeping a magnificent and great player. Joao is a magnificent player. The president of Atletico Mardid continued by wishing the Portuguese forward success and adding that he had no idea how much the Rojiblancos would gain from his departure. "He is fitted in very well at Barcelona, he is doing very well, and what we wish him is all the luck in the world," he stated. "I don't know how much Atleti would get for him. That's something you have to ask the economics people. I'm a sports person." For some time now, it has been quite evident that Barcelona and Joao Felix intend to extend their collaboration past this current campaign. There is also no turning back for the forward at the Spanish capital club Atletico, where Diego Simeone remains in charge. Thus, the wisest course of action for all sides would be to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. The sort of operation seems to be the point of disagreement, though. Atletico wants to trade Joao permanently, but Barcelona wants to keep him on loan once more, possibly with a buyout option. Which way the wind blows is still up in the air, but fresh indications indicate that Atleti may cave and take a different loan offer.